Hey, beautiful friends, how are you? This is a morning somatic yin yoga practice. We're doing vagus nerve stimulation, lots and lots of different somatic movements, delicious yin yoga poses to open the fascia and open the body and the spirit as well. And hey, I'm Rebecca Aramini Lupo. I'm the creator of Body Illumination. If this is your first time, I'm really excited to meet you on the mat. Grab a couple of blocks. Let's begin. Let's begin in a seated pose, sitting comfortably on a prop or into the earth, hands resting on your thighs. Shut down your eyes, maybe soften your gaze. And soften the facial structure. Notice if you're holding anywhere in the brow and the jaw. Bring some attention to the rise and the fall of your breath. And simply arrive, beginning with ease. Let's start with a gentle Brahmari pranayama. Think of saying the word Om with your lips closed. Continue this breathing and this gentle hum, downshifting our nervous system. Continue with this delicious vibration and slide both hands onto your lower back. Feel the breath, feel the vibration in your back body. Imagine space and ease traveling into your spine, softening any tension. And then bring one or both hands to your lower belly, feeling the expansion into your hands, waking up your center, nourishing that center of energy. Continuing with the Brahmari breath, inhale. Now hands move up to your heart center. Feel the rhythm here. Feel the pulse of your heart, that organic pulse that just keeps on giving. It's the only organ that just gives. Connect to that feeling and send out gratitude from your heart space to begin our day. And from here, set your intention, whatever ripples up from your heart space. Can be anything really simple. I am inviting in abundance. I am inviting in ease. I am significant. Let's turn towards the left and the short edge of the mat. Extend your legs out for a Somatic Yin caterpillar pose. I'm nudging a couple of blocks right into my belly and my hips. I'm using another block as a little tripod for my forehead. And you are more than welcome to use pillows and anything that really makes you feel comfy in this pose so that you can really allow the body to open, allow the fascia to respond in this pose. Softening in the shape and inviting in passivity. Take your left hand and gently glide it along the back of your neck, and then do the same thing with your right hand. Now bring both thumbs and gently press upward into the soft ridge right at the base of your skull where the neck and the cranium meet. Noticing any tender points here, pause, breathe into them. Invite some sensation, a sense of relief. Not necessarily trying to let them all go away at once, but just feel the surrounding tissues, your shoulders melting away from your ears, bringing some awareness into this area, stimulating the vagus nerve, holding if you find a trigger point that needs some attention, working the other 4 fingers into the skull. relieving any tightness in the jaw where we hold strain in the neck. And often it builds up overnight, just massaging the base of the skull, encouraging some circulation, opening you up for more clarity, carrying that sense of spaciousness throughout the body. After a few more breaths here, let your hands rest and release, finding your unique yin yoga caterpillar shape, carrying that sense of new space throughout the whole back of your body. Let's come on up to sit. Look to the right and to the left. Bend your right knee and then place your heel to the outside of your hip. Let your left leg stay long in front or bend it. Maybe sitting up on a prop like I'm demonstrating or sitting into the earth. Then take some props behind you and maybe begin to recline back. And if this is a morning practice for you, maybe you just stay seated upright until you feel inclined to recline. And play with shifting your pelvis slightly forward on your inhale and then back. So either way, it's just like a mini cat-cow in the pose. Again, inhaling, shifting your pelvis slightly forward. And this is really tiny. And exhale, release it. One more time, try to find a small arch in your lower back as you inhale, pushing the pelvis forward. And exhale, releasing, helping your fascia to wake up and release any stiffness. And then just invite your body to soften. Soften the shoulders, the jaw, the lower back. Hydrating the fascia, the front of the body, and gently stimulating digestion, making it a perfect way to reset your day. Transitioning out of this pose, I like to push my way over into the left hip and then gently press up to sit. Bring the knees in front of you, feet into the earth. We're going to move into a seated swan. So right leg crosses over the left bent leg. Left foot is in towards the earth, and you can stagger it a little further forward or a little further back. Let your hands rest down by your hips, or you can wrap yourself into a little ball, into a nice little hug. And we're going to sway the weight back and forth, making little circles in that right hip and then over to the left hip. And this is not a yin pose. This is more somatic movement and exploration. Inhaling as you lift slightly through the front of your sits bones and exhale, soften into the other side, inviting the fascia of your hips, the glutes, the low back to softly awaken. Let's release that right leg. Slide your hands behind the hamstring. Guide yourself onto your back body. So that right leg is bent at about 90 degrees or someplace around that, moving into a half frog pose. Left leg is bent or extended. You can even take that left arm up and over your head. We're reaching for either the outside of the foot, the inside of the foot. You can come into a yogic toe lock here as well. Find about 2 to 3 small pelvic tilts arching as you inhale, and then melting the belly on the exhale and inviting in fluidity into the pelvis. And then simply dissolve into the pose. Release the right leg. Take both legs into the sky. Maybe reach your arms overhead or down by your hips. Bring gentle, small shaking motions into the legs, like a little hello and good morning to your hips and your lower back. Shaking almost like you have a little shiver, and notice any tension or tightness as it moves out of the body. Let your breath be just natural and the movement either micro or exploratory. You might find your legs shake faster or slower. Just simply follow your body's wisdom. Guide both hands behind the right leg and pull yourself up to sit with the weight of that right leg. Facing towards the long edge of your mat, crisscross your legs, have a seat. Maybe drop one ear to one side, look to your right and your left. any little micro movements you might need. And now guide both knees in towards your chest. Press your feet into the earth and pull yourself into a little ball. Close your eyes. Notice your connection with the earth and your sits bones, and gently begin to rock side to side, just allowing the movement to flow from your lower spine through your middle back all the way into your shoulders, sensing how each vertebra articulates as you rock. Notice any tiny micro movements in the hips, the low back, and maybe let out a big sigh here. And while you rock, audibly say your intention. I am inviting in abundance. I am inviting in ease. I am significant. I am beautiful. Pause and uncurl. Feel the length of your spine. Open your legs up into a seated pose, and let's begin some gentle tapping, some body tapping right in the abdominal region. I'm starting on the right side. You can move to the right and left, or you're welcome to do both hands at the same time. We're doing some really deep fascial work here, and this is a way to process whatever surfaces. You can do little slaps, or you can do your fingers, or maybe a little fist. We're just waking up the vagus nerve, that wandering nerve that runs all the way through this region. And you might feel a big need to sigh here, and that's good. You're shifting back into the parasympathetic mode. So indulge any urges to sigh or cry or laugh. You might feel a little shiver or tremor, yawning, or some type of warmth and tingling sometimes as the blood flow and the nerve signaling shifts as the fascia and the nervous system releases tension. Let's move to the right short edge of the mat, coming onto our hands and knees. Gently begin to shift your weight from side to side, lifting one knee and then the other. Now play with lifting the right hand and the left hand. Moving gently from side to side, keeping the arms extended so your whole body tilts. You're not simply bending the elbow. And then move back into the legs, lifting the knee from the hip. And then play with both the hand and the leg at the same time. So this is really great for your proprioception and your interoception. And then wiggle your hips, just wag your tail. Walk your hands forward, drop your hips towards the earth, coming into a seal, a yin yoga seal, like upward facing dog, or move down into a cobra pose on your forearms. Hands can be wide or more narrow. And then once you come up into whatever pose you want, simply look to your left and center and right and center. Then back over to your left, inhale. Exhale, center. Look over to your right, inhale. Exhale, center. And then lift the heart. Open your heart up. For the first part of this pose, we're going to move rather than holding still. Begin to gently shift your weight into the right hip, pressing a little bit more into the right hand, and then into your left hand and the left hip. And go side to side. And when you do this, you really look like a seal, moving from side to side. And you can go fast or you can go slow. Notice the subtle lengthening in the front body as you shift. And you may feel one hip grounding more than the other. Allow your breath to guide you into the motion, inhaling into one hip, exhale, center, and then inhale as you lift and lengthen into the other side. Exhale as you soften. Let's gently shift our weight back towards our heels, taking a couple of cat-cows here. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, bring your heart forward and through. Look up. And then exhale, chin towards your chest, tuck the tail under, maybe move back into a child's pose. Your inhale brings your heart forward. Now gently have a seat. We're moving into our half saddle, folding the left knee back and bringing your left heel to the outside of your hip. Right leg stays bent, or you can extend it long in front of you. Take your time. Remember, you can sit up on blocks or props and find your perfect expression of this pose. Maybe recline back over a prop, or maybe just stay seated upright. On your inhale, find a nice arch in your lower back. So push your pelvis forward, open maybe through the heart, and then exhale, soften just a little bit. Inhale, find some expansion through the front side of your pelvis, through the belly, the heart, the chest. Exhale and soften. And do that once more. And then let go in the pose. The meridian pathways we're focusing on are the stomach, the spleen, and the kidneys. And it helps with worry and anxiety, moving forward and getting out of the mental loop of self-doubt, inviting in trust and groundedness, emotional nourishment and clarity. Let's shift our weight over to the right side and then gently come on up to a seated pose. Keep your right leg bent and the right foot into the earth, and then gently guide your left leg over on top of it, coming back into that seated swan pose. Right ankle can stay right below the knee or further up on the thigh. Staggering the right foot forward or back in the pose. Begin gentle rocking from hip to hip, like a wave moving through your pelvis. And the movement can be really small or big. Just feel how the weight shifts across your sits bones, inviting in curiosity. And if you want to, you can wrap yourself up into a little ball and take your arms forward, giving yourself a nice, nourishing hug. Let's begin to transition into our half frog pose. So scoot back onto your hips, hold on to the back of your left leg, and guide yourself down into the earth, holding onto the outside of your foot or the inside. And again, that right leg can stay extended and long, or you're welcome to play with bending it. On your next inhale, find a small pelvic tilt. Feel the delicious opening in your lower back as you inhale and push the pelvis forward. And just let the exhale invite in softness. Do about 2 more of these. This pose stimulates the stomach and the spleen meridians, helping with overthinking or worry. It really hydrates the inner thigh fascia, opening the hips and restoring that sense of grounded clarity in our lives. Release your left leg into the earth. Press both feet down, knees are bent, and begin to wipe your legs from side to side, moving slowly with your breath. Inhale as the knees drop to one side and exhale center. Then find a prop like a block or a pillow, maybe your bolster. You're going to place it underneath your sacrum. Soles of the feet come together, knees splayed open, arms reaching down by your side. On your inhale, bring the right knee up and then exhale, lower it. Inhale, guide the left knee up very small, maybe support it with your hands, and exhale, lower. One more time to each side, maybe using your hands for support. And then allow your legs to drape open like pages of a book. Maybe your arms reach overhead or they stay down by your hips. Maybe take some pillows and props underneath your knees to add some extra support. Moving into your reclining yin yoga butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel that openness and ease as you settle in and simply surrender, surrender. Let's lift the hips up, remove your props, and move into final relaxation, Shavasana. We're moving into a brief somatic body scan, like a yoga nidra. Just shut down the eyes, soften the breath, and take a slow inhale through the nose and lengthen out the exhale through your mouth. Let your whole body land in this moment. And let's take some awareness into those right toes, the right leg, your right hip. Feel the side of your body alive and awake. And now the left toes into the left foot and leg and hip. Notice energy flowing here. Now sense both legs together, grounded and supported. Awareness moves into the belly and then into the heart. Feel this heart space. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Now feel your fingertips in the right hand, all the way into your right arm, your right shoulder, and then your left fingertips, your left hand, your left arm, all the way into that left shoulder. Feel both arms together. Heavy, weighted, supported by the earth. Now bring your awareness to your face, softening, letting go of anything, any clenching, anything in the jaw, the eyes. Smooth the forehead. And now notice the breath in the belly, rising on the inhale and softening with the exhale. Imagine each breath bringing energy and ease into your morning, into your life. Feel that wave of brightness moving through your whole body and into your arms all the way to the crown of your head. And then connect to your morning intention. Simply repeat it. And if you can't remember it, just say, I am significant. I am beautiful. And now let that permeate into the fascia, into the cells, into your soul. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe stretch out your arms or a nice deep yawn. And when you're ready, you're going to roll over to one side into a little ball and then make your way up into a seated pose. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, with a big, big smile full of gratitude and joy, bring your hands to your heart center. And maybe place your hands onto your heart. Just connect one more time with that beautiful space inside of you. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste. Namaste, beautiful friends. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to share with you that I now have an exclusive membership on both YouTube and on Patreon for those of you who need a little extra support on your wellness journey. And I also am thrilled to share with you a free weekly calendar to make your life easier and your practices more regular. And if you're ready for more practices just like this, please comment below. Somatic Yin. Namaste, my beautiful friends.